Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of The Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. If you're running a business, any kind of business, you're probably spending some time thinking about AI, what to do, how much to use it, and how to even get started. The answer could be in your pocket. The new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, powered by Vodafone Business's reliable, award-winning network, will help you unleash your productivity through brilliant built-in Galaxy AI. For example, Note Assist will automatically correct, fix the spelling, formatting and organise your meeting notes so you can stay tuned into the session without any worry. Turns out AI may be useful for more than just written work. Swiss scientists have developed an AI-powered robot that can play badminton with you. The good news is that while the tech took 5 years to develop, the robot's still easily beatable. Getting back to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. On today's Smart 7, US strikes Iran's nuclear facilities, Starmer calls for calm as Iran promises retaliation, and much more. It's Monday 23rd of June, it's Typewriter Day, and happy birthday, Selma Blair.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Sunday morning saw the US military launch strikes at 3 of Iran's underground nuclear facilities, and US President Donald Trump addressed the nation.
The strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
The US claimed that the sites were destroyed, but it's not clear if that is the case. And it's also not clear if Iran now considers that it is at war with the United States. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said the US must receive a response for their aggression, while Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi warned that there would be no diplomacy until Iran had retaliated for the attack as he flew to Russia to meet with President Putin. US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth called the strikes an overwhelming success, while US Vice President J.D. Vance was attempting to avoid any further escalation.
We're not at war with Iran, we're at war with Iran's nuclear program, and it's really an incredible operation, a testament to the power of American military. And I think what shows what can happen when you have that great American military in the hands of capable presidential leadership.
The International Atomic Energy Agency has confirmed that 3 sites at Fordo, Natanz and Isfahan in Iran were hit by US bombs, and that there appeared to be damage to all 3, but was unable to determine how extensive. Iranian authorities say there has been no increase in off-site radiation levels following the attacks. The UK, France and Germany have called on Iran not to take any retaliatory action that could further destabilise the Middle East, although Iran has proposed closing the Strait of Hormuz. That could have a significant impact on oil prices and shipping across the world, and UK PM Starmer was calling for calm.
It is important that we now de-escalate the situation, stabilise the region, and get the parties back around the table to negotiate.
Although the UK had no involvement in the attacks, Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds says the UK security forces are on high alert for potential Iranian attacks at home.
There is not a week goes by without some sort of Iranian cyber attack on a key part of UK critical national infrastructure. This is, at the here and now, a level of activity from Iran in relation to this country which is wholly unacceptable.
While Israel focuses on its new war with Iran, the situation in Gaza continues to deteriorate and the death toll continues to rise around the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation's food aid centres. Gaza health authorities estimate that up to 450 people may have lost their lives, while thousands more have been injured after Israeli forces repeatedly opened fire on people approaching aid centres over the last fortnight. While the aid blockade has been partly lifted, the primary method of food distribution is now controlled by the Israeli-backed foundation, and it has been disastrous for the local population. Israeli President Isaac Herzog was taking no responsibility, though, seeking to blame the violence on Hamas.
In some of these instances, it is clear that it was Hamas operatives who wanted to stop the distribution of food, not through Hamas. The way Hamas operates is like the mafia, meaning they want to control the food in order to mobilize these people to terror.
There was a horrific incident this weekend in Brazil which saw 8 people killed in a hot air balloon. The incident happened near the city of Praia Grande in the southern state of Santa Catarina, which is well known for its tourist-friendly hot air balloon flights. There were 21 people on board when a fire started, and the pilot quickly lowered the balloon and asked people to jump. Unfortunately, not everyone could escape in time, and authorities say 8 people, including 2 couples and a mother and daughter, were killed. The state governor, Jorginho Melo, says it was a tragic accident.
I asked the health department, firefighters, and our entire state structure to go there. Secretary Diogo himself went there, so that we could do everything possible to rescue, help, take people to the hospital, and give comfort to the families.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, an unreleasable movie heads to the cinema, and we meet the new King of Queens, right after this. Hey, it's Jamie East here, and today's episode of the Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. When you're running your own business, pretty much anywhere can be your office. The spare room, the back garden, or, even the local cafe. And with the power of Vodafone Business's reliable award-winning network, combined with the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, there's no limit to what you can do pretty much anywhere. For example, if you're working and caffeinating at the same time, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra will allow you to seamlessly complete actions across a whole range of apps to find relevant information and send it where it needs to go. It can even summarise YouTube videos for you and save it to Samsung text notes. That's the power of AI in your pocket. Turns out AI may be useful for more than just written work. Swiss scientists have developed an AI-powered robot that can play badminton with you. The good news is that while the tech took 5 years to develop, the robot's still easily beatable. And getting back to Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. And if you're using the seamless action across apps, it's compatible with selected languages only. You'll also need a Google account login, and the availability of search functions may vary by country, language and device. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. Welcome back. This weekend saw the Queen's Club tournament wrap up as the run into Wimbledon gets closer. This year was the first time since 1973 that there was a women's championship, as well as a men's, and Germany's Tatjana Maria claimed the title. The men's final saw Carlos Alcaraz take on Jiri Lehecka, and despite a scare in the second set, the 22-year-old Spaniard looked unstoppable. He won his 3rd title in a row, on top of the Italian Open and Roland Garros, and he's heading for Wimbledon next. He did have a backhanded compliment for his Queen's opponent, though.
It's always I'm gonna say a nightmare playing against you, so that means how tough you are. So great week, great job, keep it up, for Wimbledon with your team. So great job this week.
Priyanka Chopra is back making movies after a small maternity leave break. She stars alongside John Cena and Idris Elba in the implausible action comedy Heads of State, which sees Elba as the UK Prime Minister and Cena as US President. It's dropping soon on Prime Video, and it looks like it might be in the so bad it's good category. Priyanka popped up with Jimmy Fallon to chat motherhood, her daughter's favourite song, and reveal what she calls Dad Nick Jonas's band.
Apathy is her favourite song, by the way.
But she doesn't any dad stuff? Any Jonas Brothers?
I mean, she doesn't identify them, but she calls them the Donut Brothers. Isn't it amazing?
Will you right now trademark the Donut Brothers?
We should merch that.
There's a new superhero movie on the way that's quite different to anything Marvel ever made. It was described as unreleasable back in 2024, but somebody somewhere finally plucked up the courage, and The Toxic Avenger is on the way. It's a reboot of a 1984 classic, but this version stars Game of Thrones' Peter Dinklage as the bulletproof monster from New Jersey. It also stars Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood, and it's coming to a cinema near you on August 29th, but be warned, it is extremely gory.
You're saying that this corporation would knowingly poison its own customers just to boost their own profit margins?
Summon the nuts. Okay, summoning the nuts.
I didn't want any of this.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes.
We'll give you the world.
If you're a lineman in charge of keeping the lights on, Grainger understands that you go to great lengths, and sometimes heights, to ensure the power is always flowing. Which is why you can count on Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery. So you have everything you need to get the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.